Sup guys, it's your boy Justin. Today I'm reviewing the 2022 sci-fi action movie. Well, should be action horror, shouldn't it? Google movie which premiered on Hulu the other day. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's like the fourth or fifth. I think this is like the fourth or fifth Predator movie. I'm not 100% sure. It's directed by Dan Trachtenberg, sorry, who did such movies as 10 Lane, No Escape, The Totally Rad Show. Never watched that. And it stars Amber Midthunder as Naru, Dane DeLigro as Predator, Stephanie Mathias as Sumu, Dakota Beavers as Tabe, and Michelle Crush as Aruka. A lot of Japanese sounding names. So what did I think about this movie? So I watched the movie last night, and honestly, I almost didn't review this movie because this movie is very middle in the road. Honestly, a lot of people were trashing this movie before release because, you know, based off the trailer, they were obviously, you could tell they were going for like a feminist angle, which I almost don't mind that nowadays, because it's, to me, feminism stuff is less divisive, less divisive than the identity politics stuff. And, you know, there was a lot of feminist, you know, stuff in the 90s and 2000s, right? You know, they did the feminist thing, but they had a sexy angle, like with the Underworld movies and the Laura Croft films. You know, they had like a feminist angle, but they were sexy about it. Here, it's not that sexy. So yeah, for people who don't know, the movie is set. It's a Predator film set in the 1700s in America. It's about this Comanche woman who wants to be a hunter and wants to prove to her family and friends that she can be a hunter too, right? Just like her big brother, who is like the best hunter in the village, right? And she has a dog named Saru or something like that, Siaru, right? While she's going out to hunt, she sees something strange in the sky, and it turns out to be none other than the Predator going around killing shit. And it's up to our main heroine to defeat said Predator, right? So what did I think about the movie? One, apparently the movie ripped off a fan film. Like a fan film, even to the point where it not only is set in the same time frame, but that fan film had like an Indian woman protagonist too. So they straight up fucking ripped off a fan film. So I hope the people who watched that film, I hope you guys got paid. If not, you should do something about it, right? So here's the thing: a lot of people are gonna trash the film. The geeks and gamers crowds are just gonna trash it just because, you know, it has somewhat of a feminist agenda or whatever. But like, you know, you should just review a movie based on its merits. And I don't know what the fuck's my problem is. Where like a lot of people are gonna expect me to trash the film, right? But I don't know. I have such low standards for films nowadays that when I watched the movie, I was like, oh, it's, you know, it's basically middle of the road, 5 out of 10. The action was okay. The gore and some of the kills were pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. The cinematography was okay. Sometimes it was at the level of The Revenant, which was obviously what they were kind of going for with this film, with the cinematography, right? But it, like, to me, like the movie should have, had more night scenes. It should have been a little darker. It was a bit too bright at times, right? And it kind of, something that kind of doesn't. So, like, there's like fur trappers in the movie, and they're dressed almost like they're dressed in heavy furs and stuff, right? And, like, you know, the Comanche warriors, which a lot of them you can tell aren't real actors, by the way, because they have like California like accents or whatever. I don't know if California is the best word, but like they have like very like okay modern accents, right? Like I expect them like they straight up came off like they were from like, you know, some like high school drama. Like I remember like on Canadian TV we have this Aboriginal People's Television Network, and there was like a Native American like high school drama about like Native kids in Canadian high schools. A lot of those actors in this film reminded me of those actors, the way they talked and shit. So, I was getting like flashbacks of that. But yeah, yeah, the acting I thought was not great. They obviously used a lot of non-actors in the film. It's the Predator himself was kind of cool. If anybody was wondering, okay, what does he use? Like, he doesn't use the advanced weapons that you saw in the other Predator films. I guess because, like, you know, it's a pre-industrialized planet, right? The guy decided, oh, I'm not gonna bring my energy gun or my bombs. He just has like his gun basically shoots like harpoons, basically. Shoots spears, right? And he has like his version of the wrist bomb is just shoots like these like razor dart things, right? Like that chop people up, right? Which the gore and the action was decent in the movie. There were some pretty cool kills, right? My problem with the film is that the cinematography, except for when they were ripping off The Revenant, was pretty lame. The main character was kind of unlikable, to be honest. And then there's the fact where she fails in the beginning of the movie to hunt deer. She almost got killed hunting a lion. You know, it's not until like halfway through the movie where her first successful kill was against rabbits, right? And like a lot of the times when she went out hunting, she needed to be saved, either by her brother or the Predator at one point in the film when she tries to hunt a bear with her dog, which you couldn't kill a fucking deer earlier in the movie. You're gonna go for like a fucking bear, you dummy. Right, almost gets her and her dog killed. Right, which thank God they did not kill the dog in the movie, because I would have been. I give unless it's done tastefully, I give a full minus point if you kill a dog in the film, right? Which they didn't kill the dog in the film. Yeah, so they do the thing where they reference the previous Predator films, even like reference like the mud scene, kinda, right? Though they did a different take with that, where she has like, she's a medicine woman, and one of her herbs to stop the slow bleeding causes the body's temperature to go down, so she uses that to sneak up on the Predator and blow his skull. Try to blow his head off with a pistol that she got from one of the Frenchmen of the film, who wanted to team up with the Indians, but the Native Americans, Native Americans, which yeah, they were put in this like position where they couldn't say no really, but like yeah, they asked the Native Americans for help, right? And they're like, "Fuck you! You killed a bunch of buffalo." Right, which that scene where there's like a bunch of buffalo with their skins gone and their meat is just left to rot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure fur trappers wouldn't have done that. They would have taken the meat at least, like some of the meat, right? And you would think you wouldn't be able to kill all that buffalo at once, even with guns, right? Which a lot of people criticize the muskets back then, right? Even though that's the best they had at the time, retards. But yeah, there's a scene where like the hunters shoot at the predator. The predator has like a shield, right? And like there's a scene where like they kind of make fun of the muskets, where like they shoot and they have to reload, and while they're reloading, the predator's like, huh? And it just kills them all. Which was pretty funny. But like the reasons why people use muskets and pistols back then, even though they were kind of shittier than like bows or crossbows, is because pistols and rifles are basically hand cannons, and they're basically one-shot kills. Not only do you have the psychological effect of guns because they're loud, they make a lot of smoke, right? Which there's a lot of, it's like a psychological effect. People lose their shit when they hear loud noises and see smoke, right? But they having a musket ball shot at you, even if it doesn't hit something vital, it makes such a big fucking hole that it's like a one-shot kill. Which honestly, when she's able to sneak up behind the predator and shoot it in the back of the head, probably should have been a one-shot kill. But like seeing how the predator won, that's the problem with the movie. That almost makes me want to give it 4 out of 10, because the predator at times is established to have superhuman, or at least Spider-Man level of strength, right? And durability. But then you have scenes where like in her fight against the predator, she's able to rip off with her hand, rip off one of his mandibles, which if you know anything about the predators, the reason they have the mandibles is they evolved on the same planet as the xenomorphs. And it's like a defensive mechanism against the face huggers, right? Which, if you ever seen the Alien movies, those fucking face huggers, very, very fucking tough to take off. So those mandibles, right, with fangs that can handle face huggers are able to get ripped off by a barehanded woman, right? With a woman barehanded, which makes no sense considering how strong the predators are, right? And it's strong enough to survive getting shot in the back of the head with a fucking 16th century pistol, which were basically hand cannons, right? But it's able to get its mandible ripped off barehanded, right? And there's a very dumb scene where she's fighting the predator, and she's able to, during the fight, she tricks the predator into cutting his own arm off. Right? And it was like, holy fuck, dude. At that point, I would have been like, fuck this. I'm out of here. At some point, the predator should have been like, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses. Because how am I going to, tell the boys how, I got my arm cut off by this chick who not only did I save a while ago, but I kept leaving her alone, and she still keeps trying to kill me. and she gets my arm cut off. Fuck. Yeah, so that's another problem with the movie. Is like the reason why she lets he keeps letting her go because he doesn't see her as a threat. When when the Predator almost shot like a pregnant woman in the second film, right? But yeah, like I said, the movie has its dumb moments, but also has some cool moments in between. So that makes it kind of a middle in the road movie, right? And you can pretty much, watch it in your leisure. I would say, is this movie the worst Predator movie I've ever seen? I actually like the Shane Black one, but I'm a Shane Black fan. So, it is how it is. Also, the Predator, when you see its face, it totally doesn't look like a Predator. Like, it looks like it's a mix of, like, it's a different kind of alien or something. I don't fucking know. But, just so you guys know. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a 5 out of 10. So, oh, by the way, I'm just gonna do a little update. So, we got tied up again during the Tokusatsu poll. And Thursday's coming up, so I already started watching Kamen Rider Kuga. So Kamen Rider Kuga is going to be the next review. But obviously I'm probably not going to get it done by Thursday because it's like 49 episodes. So for next week's Tokusatsu Thursday's review, I'm going to review the first couple episodes of the 4Kids dub of Ultraman Tiga. Look forward to that, guys. Peace.